with that? I don't understand. But anyway, Sujata Pandey is with us as well. Sujata Pandey, would you like to respond to what Mr. Kamaruddin has been saying? Several points that he has made. Would you like to respond to them one by one?
Yes, Madhav. I wish Owaisi could have seen more than just the topi with his communal myopic lens. I wish he could have seen that how a Muslim progressive boy is working for a so-called labeled Hindu party and has got access to the Prime Minister of India. I wish he could have spoken. He could have seen the beautiful picture of that. This picture comes through as a united and together India. Rather, he tried to paint it with his entire communal politics, which he's anyways known of it. This is nothing new, and all this is being done, Madhav, on the pretext of the Bengal election, where 30%, where there's a fight between 30% and the 70%, and all the parties are trying to appease and get their vote share from that 30%. This is nothing new, and going back to the Mr. Owaisi's statement, this is nothing new. If you remember, Madhav, he is the same person who stroked the entire controversy on Shaheen Bagh, where he told that it may be converted into a Jallianwala Bagh.
Okay.
Do not forget his repeated statements about the triple talaq. He being a man himself, not understanding what a Muslim woman go through when they go through the triple talaq. Also on the CEA. So this is nothing new. This is because the agenda of these parties are based on their entire DNA, their entire existence is based on the communal divisive politics. The moment Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, sub progressive image of India comes in, where the Muslim man is no longer fearful for his identity and hateful towards BJP, doesn't suit their agenda.
I want to bring in Kailash Adhikari on that note. Kailash Adhikari, how are you seeing this entire development? Because the kind of reactions, the counter reactions that we have come in at this moment, as far as that viral picture of the Prime Minister is concerned, the question that was made by the previous panelist is that if this individual is presenting an inclusive picture of not just his religion but also of his political party, is there something necessarily wrong with that?
No, and if this picture was coming through Rahul Gandhi, it would be all of...
Okay. Mr. Adhikari. Kailash Adhikari, can you hear me, sir? All right, I don't think we have that audio through, but I want to put this question across to our spokesperson who is representing the MIM at this point of time, Arif Iqbal. Arif Iqbal, सवाल ये उठा रहे हैं सुजाता पांडे जी कि अगर इंक्लूसिवनेस की जैसे कि आप बात करते हैं और आपकी पार्टी के नेताओं के बारे में आपने अभी जिक्र किया, अगर बीजेपी ये इंक्लूसिवनेस दिखाती है तो उसका विरोध क्यों किया जाता है?
आप एक तरफ सबका नारा देते हैं, सबका साथ विकास, लेकिन पूरे इंटायर 7 साल के एनडीए के गवर्नमेंट में मॉब ब्लीचिंग पे प्राइम मिनिस्टर का एक भी स्टेटमेंट आया कि ये गलत हो रहा है मॉब ब्लीचिंग पे? कभी सीए एनआरसी पे जो आप कहते हैं इस पे कभी आपने स्टेटमेंट दिया कि जो एक्चुअल भारतीय सिटीजनशिप एक्ट सेक्शन 3 के तहत उनको भी इंडियन नागरिकता है? तो आप एक कम्युनिटी को टारगेट करके जय श्री राम, भारत माता की जय, आप टारगेट करते हैं, तो टारगेट करके आप एक कम्युनिटी विशेष को टारगेट करके चुनाव में जाते हैं। आप कहिए कि हम मुकेश में और मोहम्मद में कोई फर्क नहीं करते।
आपकी रैलियों में आए थे,
हमारे रैली में कहीं नारा नहीं लगता, हमारे रैली में कहीं नहीं नारा लगता, लेकिन आप हमारे गर्दन पे छुरी
रैलियों में सूर्य नहीं पड़े जाते।
All right. We have to leave it there for the moment. I'd like to thank all our guests for joining us. Arif Iqbal, Kamrazuman Chaudhary, as well as Sujata Pandey and Aparajita Saragi. We're slipping into a quick break. Nation wants to know. We'll continue on the other side.